Let's continue our coverage of the Los Angeles Auto Show with a look at the newest BMW, the BMW 1 Series, having its North American debut, I believe, at this show. And with me is Tom Plucinsky, who has been with us many times before, a BMW product expert. Thanks so much for being with us. Tell us a bit about the philosophy of the 1 Series before we do a bit of a walk around of this thing.
Well, just imagine you've had a BMW in the past, and over the years our cars have grown a little bit, and you like the smaller, tighter, more nimble package and lighter package in a BMW. Now we have it.
Right. Things you might have seen in a 3 Series in years past.
Exactly.
Now available for you in what is now the 1 Series. So
right.
Take us through it.
Okay. Well, first of all, you see this is a 135. So this one has a sporty body package. It comes with larger 19-inch wheels, big brakes, huge brakes, 6-piston calipers in the front, slightly smaller in the back. And it is designed to be a driver's car. 50-50 weight distribution. Under the hood is a 300 horsepower twin-turbo 6, which I believe you've driven in the 3 Series. And it's a wonderful engine.
Absolutely.
That drives
one of our
super
favorite
well.
engines. And to have that in this lighter, smaller, maybe a little bit more nimble car, it's a hot rod. It is nothing but a hot rod. I think you're underselling it, which is rare for a manufacturer person.
As we walk around, the 135 has some special pieces like this little diffuser on the back that reduces lift on the rear. Mm-hmm. That's unique on the 135, and the spoiler is built into the body as well.
Not in your face, but does the job.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Subtle, but very effective. And then there are normal BMW styling cues like the Hofmeister kink here that is a look that is on every BMW. But it's a tight car. It's 8 inches shorter than the 3 Series Coupe, which is fairly significant.
Right. Is it in the wheelbase? Oh, okay.
No, the wheelbase is 4 inches shorter. So it's mostly in rear overhang and front overhang. But the wheelbase is shorter, so that does make the interior a little bit more tight. But for the front seat passengers, it's superb. It's the perfect driving position. This one has the optional sport seats in it, in leather. But other than that, this is a standard 135 car.
And you're really, especially in the front seat area, you're losing essentially no space versus a 3 Series.
The car is almost as wide as a 3 Series, just a minor change in width. So yes, the seats are as wide, the shoulder room is as wide, and the driver's position is perfect.
The other thing I like about this car too is you don't get the impression that BMW took content out. That it's been cheapened up to be a less expensive car. It is in all ways a BMW inside and out.
And that was a very conscious decision on our point. We didn't want to make an entry-level BMW. There is, if you do something like that, there's always the chance that you might dilute the brand, and people will think it's not really a true BMW.
Right.
This is definitely a true BMW. It is a car that has the true spirit of BMW. Yesterday we talked about the spiritual successor of the 2002, which was for a lot of people the first real BMW.
Right, I really put BMW on the map here in the United States, and actually concocted by the American importer, if I know my history right.
It was, yes, and California was its biggest success. This car is really the next generation.
Has the soul of the 2000.
It has definitely the soul of it.
Okay. Let's take a look at the front end of the 1 Series, and then we can talk about powertrains as well. We already talked about the...
Yes. Front end, you see on this particular one, there is a very low spoiler in the front. It actually almost looks M-like. This is special to the 135. Because the 135 has the 300 horsepower engine under the hood.
Yeah.
And we can show you that as well. Let me just open the hood for you. It's the business area of the 1 Series. Yeah. And again, there are some very subtle things that you'll notice on this car. For example, the battery is not here. Normally you would see the battery
in the front,
hood.
under the hood, sure.
In order to maintain our 50-50 weight distribution, the battery is on the rear of the car. It's in the trunk. And these are the subtle things that we spent the money on to make sure that they were right. Again, to show that this really isn't an entry-level BMW.
Right.
It's a performance, smaller BMW.
Another powertrain available as well, another engine
Yes,
available.
The entry-level version of this car is called a 128i, and it comes with it's actually a 3-liter engine. We call it a 2.8, but it is a 3-liter of 230 horsepower. Still a very quick and nimble car, but this is the top
Many
version.
cars of this size would not even have 230 horsepower.
No,
Competitive
probably not.
cars would not.
Right.
So
Right.
you would not be lacking in horsepower even if in
Absolutely
the
not. No.
128i.
No, definitely not. The car is available with options such as a navigation system. We can close the hood again.
Sure.
Park distance control, xenon headlights, all those are available for the customer. We have a wide range of options that we offer customers on any of our cars, and this is no exception.
Availability very soon, I imagine.
Spring of next year.
Okay. And tell us a bit about pricing. Probably has not been totally finalized, but you have some sense of it. Or maybe it has been finalized.
Yes, actually, yesterday we did announce the pricing. The 128 is just under $30,000. And this one, the 135, is a little over $36,000.
Well, we can't wait to get behind the wheel at Kelley Blue Book. Tom Plucinsky, thanks so much for telling us.
Very welcome. Thank you.